the Piledriver podcast with myself, Dave Abbott, Gavin Collingwood.
And the outbreak is, come on.
The Branzome Screwjob himself, Phil Holmes.
Absolutely.
So, how are we doing, lads?
Yeah. Pretty good. Been a while, but see how we go.
Anybody else got 6.5 weeks off work? Just me then. Okay then.
One of them lazy teachers out here. I mean,
the laziest, mate. They don't employ hard working people. Right then. So, how are we set for tonight, guys? So tonight's podcast is going to be just a brief story about the beginnings of AEW. Just a little brief summary of how it all came together, and just some of the highlights of the last two pay-per-views, Fight for the Fallen and Fighter Fest as well. Just before I play it, what do you guys know about AEW thus far from what you've seen and heard?
Well, that's an easy one for Philly. I haven't watched any of it, have you?
Well, I'll tell you what I know about it. It's a rival promotion that seems to be getting a lot of good press. Obviously, Chris Jericho's the main star, in my opinion.
Yeah,
a bit like when Jeff Jarrett went with TNA.
Right, yeah.
It seems like that to me. Obviously, I know Chris Jericho's got not still ownership of the company or anything like that, but I do know that from what I've read, they definitely respect his opinion. And from what I've seen, the little clips that you guys share, it looks exciting as hell. It's just finding the time to watch the right matches and get into it properly and learn the new characters and things like that.
Yeah, you've heard me and Gav go on for about the one and only OC.
I hated him at first.
Yeah. At the moment, apart from Bray Wyatt, he's probably the greatest thing in wrestling at the moment. But yeah, I mean, you're right in what you say there, Phil. Somebody with Jericho's experience is very well respected. He even does commentary as well. And me and Gav was talking last week, weren't we, Gav, about how he's just as good on commentary as what he is when he's playing his heel character, Le Champion, as well.
Well, to be fair, what I remember about Jericho in the WWE, I mean, the guy debuted feuding with The Rock, I think.
Sounds right.
I think it was someone like that one. It was a main player. I think it might have been The Rock, actually.
Absolutely. It was a great promo. Y2J, you know what I mean? And he comes out. It was absolutely brilliant. And I know more about WCW now, but then I knew nothing about WCW. So I knew that he'd come from there, but I didn't know how big a player he was there or like that, you know? Currently, with his bad and didn't want him, they didn't think he was going to add any potential to be, main event status.
And then pushed Hogan.
What I've read since.
Yeah. And then over 20 years later,
he's worked hard. He spent lots of years on the road. He became a wrestler the hard way, from what I understand. He's paid his dues, and I like the guy. AEW looks so attractive. I think you shared something the other day, Dave, and I think it was like a triple threat tag team match or something.
Oh yeah, it was the.
It was like a suplex and 6 people or something.
Yeah, it was the. We're going to show clips of that.
Was that the one with Orange Cassidy finishing it over the line?
Yes. It wouldn't be an AEW soundbite without Orange Cassidy on there. So that Freshly Squeezed will definitely be making an appearance on there. That fight that you spoke about there, Phil, was an 8-man tag team match. So it was the Blade and the Butcher with the Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks, and do they go by the name of? It was the guys from WWE, wasn't it, Gav? Who've just recently signed with AEW, the Revival.
Thingy.
Yeah, is it FTR?
Yeah, which I'm assuming something to do with Fuck the Revival.
I think it is, yeah. Yeah, that's it. So it's the artist formerly known as the Revival who were in WWE, Phil. But it's going to be an interesting storyline that where it's going, because you don't know which of these tag teams is going to go face or they're going to go heel as well. So are you guys ready just for a little bit of an origin story? It's about 1.5 to 2 minutes long about the formation of AEW. So here we go. Crank it up a little bit. And here we go.
I think HB, why is going mobile?
It was about 4 months ago. I was standing in the ring at All In, and I was surrounded by the best fans in the entire world.
All In was a hell of a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It was your belief and your passion started a fire. The three of us and a cast of our band and friends disrupted the very way that professional wrestling functions. We broke all of the rules. We're eventually hooked to the Khan family.
Some good slow-mo, this.
Yeah.
The question was, do you guys really want to change?
Should I be able to see something?
There should be a screen of video.
I can't see any video.
There's a share screen, Phil. You're not able to see it.
Oh, yeah, I can now.
He's opened his eyes.
Welcome to the 21st century, Phil.
Oh, I can even see you in the corner now as well.
We missed you.
I was thinking, this is a bit boring. This is better. Yeah, I can see now. I'm not convinced in him as like the champion.
Yeah,
He
but
looks like
you see the
Kendall.
Stardust there.
Start there, Phil.
He looks like a Ken doll.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
Really bad. It just
So there we
looked
are.
like-
So the origins there was an idea formed from Cody Rhodes, obviously brother of Goldust and son of the legendary Dusty Rhodes as well.
American Dream.
American
Yeah, that
Dream
Phil.
himself. Yeah. Phil
I
Big
think that was
Braxton,
a young one. Long time ago.
and then obviously funded as well by a family of billionaires who just do want to change the wrestling landscape. What I like about this is that it's been well thought out. It doesn't look like an organisation that's tried to overspend to compensate. You know, like how we get, obviously, in football, teams that get promoted from the Championship to the Premier League.
Just look at WCW towards the end of their time.
Exactly. Spending well above your means. Now, I think with AEW, yes, they've attracted the likes of Chris Jericho. They've had support along the way from Diamond Dallas Page, Arn Anderson as well,
Vicky
and
Guerrero.
various others. Yeah, and but the good thing is, it's almost like everybody seems to understand where it's going. Everybody's on board with the idea that it's not peaked yet, it's still growing, it's going to be even better and better. But with the limited resources that they've had, I just think it's an absolutely outstanding wrestling promotion. And it's, to me, this is more exciting than when I first started watching TNA, when that first came out. And we all know what happened to TNA / Impact Wrestling, which is, and it's an Impact Wrestling now is still struggling to recover from the fallout of the Dixie Carter, Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan era, Billy Corgan era as well.
Sorry, Dave, to interrupt you.
Yeah, go on. So I was going to say,
so this Impact Wrestling that happens now, is that like the continuation of TNA?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, you see.
Yeah. I think it's just trying to shed that TNA tag now and just go on its own. But for anybody who's followed TNA from when it first started, will it ever recover? I don't know. But I think this is where your AEW comes in, because I think now wrestlers who are nearing the end of the contracts with WWE or are big players in other, whether it's New Japan Wrestling, Ring of Honor, or even Impact Wrestling are looking at AEW and going, I think this is the train that everybody wants to get on the back of. Don't know what you guys think about that.
I think I need to watch a bit more AEW.
Yes.
Gavin, I'll be honest with you, the first time you showed me Orange Cassidy, I thought, who the hell is this daft?
PG there.
Yeah, I really did. I thought, oh my God, he's got his hands. This is like the West gimmick. It's like, you know what? Do you remember the Gobbledygooker? I'm thinking,
Yes.
what is this rubbish I'm watching, Gavin? Why are you showing me this? But I tell you what, I
You're glad to be wrong.
him. And I really, really want a freshly squeezed t-shirt.
Yeah, it's
I
on,
know,
it's on my wish list.
A mate of mine's got a t-shirt printing company who lives literally a 5-minute walk from me. So we'll get our orders in together on that one.
Freshly squeezed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know,
Gav,
I do like him now.
Obviously, you followed AEW a bit more as well. What's your thoughts on where it's come from and where you think it's going to be going?
Well, it's pretty much came out of the blue. There was rumours about it, and then when All In happened, you knew something was brewing then. Because like you've got stars from New Japan like Kenny Omega. He'd been there for years.
Yeah.
And if they can get him across to America, then you know something good's going to come from it. But
I just think it's
definitely grown so much.
It has, and in such a short space of time as well.
It's only been a year, and then there was all these WWE fans saying, see you in a year when you shut down. Yeah, well,
right.
Not so much now.
My opinion on what I think. I mean, I've always been a WWE guy my whole life. I never really took any notice of anything else until recently, really. I had my 3 months of the WWE network, thank you, Vince.
$9.99 a month.
I think it was much.
It's buffering. It's buffering. It's gone off. It's cut out. No refunds from you.
I made sure, I made sure to cancel it before he took payment, bastard.
I think when COVID first went on, did they give it away for a month as well? I think they made it free for a short while as well. The WWE network.
Well, I got a 3 month during COVID. That's when I did it.
Right, fair play.
And I tell you what, great content. I loved it, but I just think it's a bit too pricey at $10.99 a month.
Yeah, I agree with you
It was
completely.
$9.99.
Some great content.
$9.99.
No, I loved it. No, I loved it.
So they got rid of a lot more wrestlers and started
right?
charging people more money. Brilliant.
You know, when you got Disney's after Black Price, and you got all the Marvel, all Star Wars, loads of stuff for the kids and the wife.
Of course.
I'm not a fan of
really
streaming
justified,
platforms.
right?
I'm just not a fan of them. I prefer to have the physical copy because if you
I'll
get rid
be
of that
honest with
connection,
if
you
it was
can't.
£5.99 a month still, then sorry guys. If it was £5.99 a month, I'd have it. But $10.99 a month, I think it's just too much.
I'm also excited as well. Gav posted something today, Phil. I don't know if you saw it in the group chat. Like a mock-up of a PlayStation 4 AEW game, and I'm pretty sure it was Kenny Omega who came out last week or maybe the week before on Twitter and said there is definitely a game in the making, and it's going to be a game that doesn't take itself too seriously. So I'm looking forward to that. But nailed on. Even if I have to pay for it, I'm downloading OC. Simple as. Do you know what I mean? I've got to make Orange Cassidy have every single belt going.
The OC DLC.
Yeah, the OC DLC.
If Orange Cassidy's not on the front cover as a main star, then they're doing it wrong.
It's got to be. He's like the Ronaldo equivalent to FIFA, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
It's feuding. In my opinion, the biggest star AEW's got, and that's because I don't follow current wrestling, is Chris Jericho.
Yeah, and that's because you know the name, isn't it? You know the wrestler.
No way.
Know the name, got his books, not got the t-shirt.
Built his own business on names sell tickets.
Yeah,
and
he's a big draw.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what's been really, really impressive since he made the switch as well. WWE absolutely capped on this guy. the artist formerly known as Dean Ambrose, John Moxley.
Oh God, yeah.
Who obviously had it was quite public early on that he wasn't going to renew his contract with WWE. They made a bit of a shambles of him towards the end of him being a member of the Shield and then turning heel, and then getting slapped around by, was it Nia Jax? I think towards the end.
To be fair though, she does that with everyone she fights.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to arm wrestler, but since he's made the transition to AEW, he's another one who was just hit the ground running. And I know you said about Cody Rhodes at the beginning, Phil, but again, as well as being one of the owners, the top guys there, he's an absolutely great wrestler.
I've not seen a single Cody Rhodes fight in AEW. I have got to. I am like a little bit of a spare part in this podcast tonight. I'm trying to contribute. But
we're going to enlighten you, Phil. We're going to give you an education tonight. We're going to give you an education.
Get you some education.
I mean, I have seen clips of obviously Orange Cassidy because Gas showed me a lot.
Yeah, sorry, but it's.
I didn't like him, but I love him though. I agree with you guys. I like him now. I think he's great. I like it when he gets serious though. The best.
Yeah. Well, we're going to show some of that a bit later.
Best Orange Cassidy.
Yeah. Absolutely. Are you ready for some of the highlights from Fighter Fest for the 8-man tag team match? The most amazing thing I think was the running Canadian destroyer to the outside of the ring as well by the Lucha Brothers, which was just absolutely phenomenal. Are you ready for me to hit the play button, guys?
Always ready.
Let's do this.
On a side note, though, Phil, you need to watch Being the Elite. It's just tremendous.
It is brilliant.
Send me YouTube links.
Oh, did you? You're going to regret me saying that. I'm going to be spamming the shit out of you now.
Absolutely spam you, I'm telling you.
Well, don't be surprised if I mean for hours at times.
So in this one, Phil, you've got the Lucha Brothers there, obviously the ones with the masks on, and those guys are fighting there. FTR, they used to be the Revival in WWE.
Yeah, I didn't watch WWE then. I've not watched it for a while. I am stuck in the past, I admit that, but I will start watching this AEW because it looks like the best product.
Now you've got the Young Bucks fighting the Butcher and the Blade.
And the Young Bucks happen to be, well, not co-owners, but like the pretty much highest up you can be in AEW.
Yeah, absolutely,
back office sort of thing. Considering the young as well, it's just obviously Young Bucks.
Action looks great. I think WWE has gone too family friendly again. It feels like it's 1991.
And I think some of these men and women in wrestling just want to show the talent. And when you watch a match like this, you've got 8 guys here who, during COVID, have worked the backsides off, along with everybody else on this pay-per-view, to put together a match like this. I mean, look at some of the moves here.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what I want to see, though. This will make me start watching wrestling again instead of watching old wrestling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to see. Have you seen the Cassidy Jericho match yet?
No, I still haven't watched it.
Oh, jeez.
It's incredible.
Some of the things he pulls off are just...
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to
Piledriver podcast.
Piledriver for the Piledriver podcast.
Hey,
and they actually allow people to do pile drivers on this show as well.
I know.
Well, that's what I like about this. I think it's the more daring.
Get down.
You know what would be awesome? AJ Styles coming across.
Soccer mom.
AJ Styles coming across and being able to do the moves that he used to do.
Yeah. Look at this. There we go.
That.
Bang.
It's just
that for me.
Is this the one where they had the big suplex?
Yeah, I think that one's been on.
That's awesome. I like that.
And that's Pentagon, isn't it? Who used to be in TNA, Impact Wrestling.
Oh, sorry?
That was Pentagon. So one of the guys in the Lucha match,
what
the long black
Daniel?
Lucha man, he was in Impact Wrestling.
Christopher Daniel.
No,
Was he called the Fallen Angel in TNA?
he's in
He
there
had
now as
loads
well.
of brilliant fights with AJ Styles.
Yeah, he's in AEW, as is Kazarian as well, his tag team partner.
Oh, was he in
Frankie Kazarian.
WWE for a bit?
He was briefly, yeah, very briefly.
What was his name in it?
I don't know what his name in that was, but
Who's the Austrian Superman?
Cesaro.
Yeah, is that someone different?
he's from Switzerland, isn't he?
Switzerland, then, not Austrian, obviously.
Near enough. It's a country in Europe, you know what I mean? So it's close enough.
Switzerland and Austria both sound a bit cold and a bit expensive, so, you know.
Gav, thoughts on that match, the 8-man tag match there?
It was only... The only thing that was better was the match in the next pay-per-view with Jurassic Express.
Oh, Jurassic Express, yes.
Mr. Fun Size. He's
Yeah.
tiny, but God, he can move.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Who caught my eye this last
Jurassic
week?
Stress.
Jurassic
Was,
Express, hell yeah.
The Luchasaurus.
Oh God, he's basically the Undertaker of AEW.
Yeah, it is, and it's just like this absolute giant with a lucha mask on and a beard. That
He's
would look out
66
of place
million
in
years
ZZ
old. Give him a
Top.
break.
How old is
You're
he?
giving me
66 million
something
years.
here, guys. You're giving me something here.
Oh, what's that?
Comment now. It seems like they have very silly names in AEW. Very silly names. Do you know?
Luchasaurus. Oh,
Do you not think?
Yeah, but I suppose
As a
like you mentioned earlier, we had
silly name?
the gobbledygooker in
Well,
WWF.
The dumpster Drusy or whatever. I mean,
Phil, you might have to go
that was a long
inside because
time
you're losing your connection.
ago. Am I?
Phil,
Yeah.
Phil, I think
You,
the calculator's running out.
Calculators.
Put on your battery calculator.
I can still.
Texas
I can make it spell boobies though.
Hell yeah.
Right, Phil. Next part
Yes.
for you is the one that Gab has rightly built up as well. I'm just going to let it speak for itself. Here we go.
Okay, let's have it. I mean, okay, showing how green I am to this, aren't
Here we go, Phil. Here we go.
I? Okay.
Christmas come early for you now.
Oh yes.
So this is the big Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy fight.
Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
That headbutt.
I just love that dive off it and the drop kick.
He's a great athlete.
Well,
The
it was
only
a high
shame is
flying
it's laggy
luchador.
as hell, this
That's how it
video.
started off, was it? It was a high flying luchador wrestler.
I don't know
Walls
what
Jericho does not give up.
It's a Mexican wrestler or something.
Yeah, that's where your luchadors come from. Yeah.
I just want to see that stunner again.
I think I want to get a cravat like Chris Jericho now. Just because.
You're not quite old enough. Give it another 8 or 9 years.
I just need to have that. Forget wearing your COVID masks. I'll just go into Asda with that on.
How old is Orange Cassidy? Does anybody know?
Oh, he's only in his late. No, he's 34, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's only like his early 30s.
Looks younger, to be honest. But maybe that's because I'm old and everyone looks younger.
He's 35.
35.
What's Jericho? Jericho's 48, isn't he? 49?
Getting there, yeah.
He is. Yeah.
He is 49,
That's
yeah.
good, yeah.
Here we go. This is the great one.
Oh, look.
Actually does a
that
super
was
kick for
good.
once.
Yeah, but if you can't.
This is This is my
When do you
favourite
think
moment of
we'll
the
put him over?
match.
When do you think they'll make him champ? Is he big enough? Is he big enough to be the champ?
I think so.
He's
you know what I mean?
He is the people's champion, isn't he?
he's getting pushed the right way.
I know, but size-wise, is he big enough?
Well, people said that about Rey
Good he is.
Mysterio, didn't they? Look at that.
Yeah, he didn't hold the belt for very long, though, did he?
No.
Cody was
Did he
Cody's
top up to
champion.
this?
He's not exactly buff as they always
No,
seem to
no.
want.
Oh, that's good.
Has that stunner been on yet?
Oh,
Oh,
Now I wanted him to be immune to that.
I did, yeah.
Only
Or
Flamer
like,
Fist
do like a
acts
Hulk
now.
Hogan.
that should have given him superpowers, shouldn't it?
He should have hulked up with that.
Did Cassidy kick out a Judas effect?
I know. Do you know what? I saw this on a wrestling website. Like, Jericho just pulls that move off at any time, doesn't he?
Mm.
Look at that.
That's the
Oh,
stunner.
what a stunner.
That is just. Oh, I don't think Phil
There
saw
we
it,
go.
did you? You have to skip
Did
it
you
back
not
to
see
that
the
stunner
stunner,
again
Phil?
for Phil. He missed it.
I missed it. Can you round it back? I'm trying to plug my charger in. Sorry.
I think it's about now.
Just for you, Phil. Just for you.
Oh,
Thank you.
We'll watch the last couple of minutes again. I'm alright with that. Look at the lazy splash as well. Just falls on
It's
it.
the lazy splash.
Yeah, all right. Good splash. Good splash. I liked it. Jim
Look at
Cassidy,
that
he's
bosh.
not like a wrestler to me. Even body-wise and that. But
Look at that DDT.
yeah, like that.
Get ready for
Where's
the
the
stunner,
stunner?
Phil.
That's 2 walls of Jericho he's been through in one match as well.
Yeah.
A
There we go
Judas
with the
effect.
cradle.
I liked that. That was a good
They're
move. That.
building him so much.
I like Phil, isn't it? Oh.
Get ready, Phil.
This stunner is just magnificent. Well, that kicks out a Judas effect though as well.
Yeah. I love the fact he's still doing the line salt as well.
After
Oh,
all
that's
these years
good.
as well.
Where's the spinner?
Here we
Where's
go.
the spinner? It's coming now,
There we
yeah.
go. That-
That all different.
I think the word you're looking for is incredible, Phil.
yeah, that's the word you're looking for. Phil.
Do you know, I need to watch it properly in normal frame rate stuff.
Definitely.
Because
Yeah.
it's kind of a bit confusing. But I didn't quite understand how all of it was weird. But yeah, good. I liked it, yeah. This guy is good. I like him. You two convinced me. Definitely. So, what's the future of AEW then?
More of the same.
Yeah, I think
doing
so.
what they're
Yeah,
doing
I
right.
mean, what's your thoughts on John Moxley, Gav? Because I know you've seen a bit of him, haven't you?
I think he needs more. How do I? He needs more TV time because he's not getting much at the moment because of COVID. So it's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
died in.
did he go into? I think he went into isolation, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to
um,
isolation for about a month, wasn't it? And he's
Yeah,
meant
that's
to
right,
defend his
'cause-
title on Fighter Fest. No, fight.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah, Fighter Fest.
yeah.
But obviously he couldn't because of being at home with his wife who works at WWE.
I know. Awkward. One thing we had on the podcast last week,
Dean
Phil,
Ambrose will never be a top star.
do you not think?
Moxley
He's
will
not
be.
got the look. He doesn't look right.
You haven't seen him in AEW, have you?
Doesn't
His
matter.
look's changed. He's buff as
Yeah, he
hell
really
as
has.
well.
He's an absolute brawler. Speaking of which,
Yeah, brawlers are good. Roddy Piper. Yeah, brilliant.
yeah, but he's got this. It's almost like an anti-hero, Stone Cold type attitude. I mean, he's
if you
already
can pull
won.
that- Well, yeah, if you can pull that off. Well, maybe. People develop, people evolve. I'm going on from when I seen him in the Shield for about 5 minutes, you know what I mean?
Shield, he was
Which is fair enough.
completely wasted in though. He just want him.
Got some of the highlights here, guys, because we've only got about 9 minutes left before the Zoom runs out. Just a little bit on here regarding John Moxley and how he's become more of a technical wrestler now, Phil. This might sway you.
I
Jury
sent an
might
image to
still
the
be
group
out.
chat to show how different he looks now as well.
Absolutely. Are you ready for this one, guys?
Always ready.
Go for it.
So that beast is Brian Cage. His manager is Taz.
Yeah, that Taz.
Oh, right. I've read a bit about that. Yeah, did he bring some title back or something from
Yes.
ECW?
That's right.
I do read stuff. I just don't watch a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair play.
And
That's my attitude with SmackDown and Raw over the past 2 months, to be honest with you. Such a poor program, but that's a podcast for another time, is that? So look at this now. So now what you're seeing is a Moxley you wouldn't have got in the Shield. This is armbar submissions. Basically, quite a bit of MMA.
Armbar against someone that's built like a shit brick house.
I know. I mean, look at the size of Brian Cage, man. I mean, that is just ridiculous, isn't it? How big this guy is. And I suppose to get a big guy down, these are the sort of moves that you need to be doing.
I read about this. I think Moxley wins, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other guy, Cage, gets a lot of credit for his
It's a great fight. It's a really good match.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look, then he goes for the other one.
That was just a hell of a armbar.
It just looks painful, doesn't it?
I remember back
Here
in
we
the
go.
day.
Is this the middle finger part?
Yes.
They wouldn't show that in WWE.
No, of course they wouldn't.
Remember back in the day when I was
There
we go.
champion. Taz t-shirt. Yeah. Oh, he throws the towel in, didn't he? He throws the towel in. I read it. Yeah, I read it. He throws the towel in.
First ever wrestling t-shirt I bought was a Taz Mission shirt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yes. From Sydney Scarborough's. Do you remember Sydney Scarborough's?
I do, yes. Loved it. Brilliant shot. Brilliant. One of the best. 2 floors. Great shot.
Not bad for a wrestler that's been out for a month or two.
Yeah, I know.
I'll ask the guy, what's the title situation? How many titles is there in AEW?
Tag, TV, AEW, and the Taz one, basically.
Yeah.
So what's the top title?
AEW title, one that Moxley's got, definitely.
Yeah.
Moxley's the champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which spell has Cody Rhodes got?
TNT.
TV title, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's
Who
a
is
fighting champion as well. Like I think he defends it every single show, doesn't he?
I think he does. Yeah, he does.
Okay. But it's not the top title. That's
Second.
No.
John Moxley,
Yeah, it's like the
formerly known
Intercontinental.
as Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
He's your main champion.
He's the man. Yeah.
Who's your tag team champions?
Changed, didn't it?
Tag champions on this one. That is a good question.
Come on, guys. This is your expert.
You think we would have been prepared for this?
Who's the tag team champions?
Kenny Omega and Hangman Page at the moment.
Of course it
It
is.
changed though recently.
Omega and Hangman, innit?
Kenny Omega. I've never seen him fight. And,
Oh,
I read about him. Apparently, he's had more 6-star matches than anyone or something.
Yeah, he's. And do you know what? He's quite a funny wrestler as well. He's another one. Is he potentially going to be turning heel shortly? Just to end this podcast, guys.
Yes.
We're going to end up with the fallout from Fight for the Fallen, which is Le Champion, Chris Jericho,
Sticky.
giving it the big licks in the ring regarding his victory, hard-fought victory over Freshly Squeezed. And and what happens next is just, well, it's pure gold.
Let's drink some orange juice. Here we go, Phil. This is amazing. So much cheese, but it works.
Do you remember Batista's thumb? When Batista put the thumbs down to Triple H?
Here we go.
All right, yeah. No, but
I think I just left just before Batista. Love it.
I hope they show the towel.
And there's a guy who looks like somebody out of LMFAO just rolling around on the floor.
Hey, you know what? Every day he's living it.
Yeah.
I've got to say that I hope that is a reference to the fact that who was it? Who was rolling around in the ring when they were getting spread with milk or beer?
Right, guys. So future looks good. I tell you what, from what I've seen over the last few weeks, I think they've got the better products now over the WWE. It's more exciting, better action, and that's the main thing for me. That's what made me start watching TNA, the action. So
you've got a lot more risk takers, high flyers, and risk takers.
That's what I like to watch. It's exciting.
In terms of your question, what you just said there, Gav, about the milk, it was Kurt Angle who sprayed the milk over Stone Cold Steve Austin, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was someone flopping around though.
That was in response to Stone Cold did it first for beer.
That's right.
Yeah, someone was flopping around in the ring though when the beer won, wasn't there? I can't remember who though, but someone was flapping around in the ring.
How long we got left?
2 minutes.
Got a couple of minutes, guys. So, final thoughts from both of you.
I'm excited about this AEW, and it looks good. It looks like a good product, so I'm definitely going to start watching it more when I get a chance.
Damn right.
Really, Orange Cassidy, love it. I want a Freshly Squeezed t-shirt. I'm busy, darling. Do you want to say hello to the podcast? Who's your favourite wrestler ever?
Well, she's wearing a denim jacket, so it's
Well,
Orange Cassidy, isn't it?
It's got to be Orange Cassidy.
I think she said it's a Heartbreak Yid.
Yeah.
Heartbreak. Yeah.
She said the Heartbreak Yid.
Out of retirement.
So, whose turn is it to lead next week?
Yours or mine? On Thursday, if anyone's available?
I can tell you it's definitely not mine. Just to put you out of your misery, Gav, rolling round in the ring, of course it was Vinnie Mac.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
Right, okay.
Being pissed off.
Gavin, do you want to do next week, or do you want me to?
Well, if you want, because I've got more time to prepare for it then.
Okay, you do it. I'll do the week after.
Gives you
awesome,
plenty
guys.
of time.
So, same bat time, same bat channel next week. And
Absolutely, guys.
a big thank you to anybody who watches it, who give the like,
eventually
subscribes as well.
I've got to learn to stop talking over Dave.
We've got a few seconds left, so you have to be quick.
Okay, what Dave said. I hope, if anybody does watch it, I hope you enjoy it, guys. I might even put my title on the line next week.
Look forward to it. Bronze on roll match.
Absolutely.
Think outside the skippers.
Outside the skippers. Absolutely.
Final